Hello, Internet, and welcome back to Tabletop Tuesday proper. It has been a minute since we've been here with Squire Squad, which is what we are playing tonight. Woo! But, life happens, life gets in the way. But we're back, we're here now, despite life's best efforts, but, it was our turn to kick life in the teeth. And so, yeah, we're here to do some more masks tonight. Um, you just watched our wonderful intro video, which very soon will be largely out of date. We have a whole bunch of schedule changes coming up, including this week. It's not a new show, but Elegant Magics will be back this Thursday, and its new schedule. It's going to be starting now at 9 o'clock Eastern and be a weekly show. Since we just had our finale of Wild Space, our 4 5 year long sort of kind of D&D 5e space game that just wrapped up, and so you can watch all of the shenanigans there on YouTube. We fought a tentacly Tarask in the finale, so that was a lot of fun. um, but so now Thursdays for the foreseeable future will be just Elegant Magics. So be ready for more Regency dating shenanigans, I guess. We're all very excited for that change. Um, Friday will be Neon Souls, also 9 p.m. Eastern, at least this Friday. They'll tell you if that is going to be their permanent start time going forward. And then this Saturday is going to be the finale of Saturday Night's Apocalypse, our attempt at the Princess of the Apocalypse module from D&D, which we then transferred over to Shotguns and Sorcery. Last time we helped King Kong fight and kill Zombie Godzilla. It's been a while since we did that, but we'll be finishing up that campaign and getting ready to start the next game of that very soon, which I can't remember if we've announced yet, so I'm not going to say what it is just yet. But that's going to be a very exciting show coming in the near future. And Sundays, by now, as you've seen, as they had their first session last time, is no longer Slam 101. It is instead, Sunday's game is now Thursday's Children, as if, just trying to confuse you. But Thursday's Children playing Vysen, which I believe is a Victorian era Norse game about finding monsters and sometimes hunting them, maybe not always.
Yeah, it's like a mishmash of the 1900s and like Scandinavia.
Mm-hmm.
No like specific time or place basically.
Yep. But you should check that out because that is the current weekly Sunday game. And then, yeah, other than that, the best way to know what we are up to is to follow us on Twitter or Discord or all the socials, all the things and the stuff. That's where we tell you what we are doing at all the times, and come hang out in our Discords. That's right, multiple Discords. We've got our main Discord, and then there's an RP server, which we sometimes do stuff in, though we've all kind of been busy with life, as previously mentioned. Um, but I think that is mostly it. One other thing, we have merchandise. Woo! I don't think any of us are sporting any of it because we're all in our formal wear for tonight's game, but we've got mugs, we've got shirts, we've got hoodies, we've got phone cases with such sayings as "Bye, fly, ready to die," "We need sleep," and "Do it if you're nasty," I believe are the three we currently have in rotation. But you should check that out. I'm told the hoodies are very comfortable, though it is in most of the United States getting to be far too hot to wear a hoodie, but get one now for the colder months coming up. I think that's it in terms of pre-show announcements and housekeeping. So now let's go around and introduce ourselves, who we are, what we do on the internet, and what we are doing here tonight. So I believe we start with David.
Yeah. Hey, I'm David. I'm playing Kevin, aka Chrysalis, from the Transformed playbook here tonight.
All
Hello!
Thank you.
I'm LB Hackmup. You can find me at LB Hackmup on the Twitters and the Twitches. I've done intros before. I know how to do this. Tonight I'm playing Subrina. She is the outsider, and her superhero name is Corvid. She's like a shapeshifter alien who can fly.
Hi everybody, my name's Tyler. I will be playing Flynt Silverhound, aka the Silver Wolf, the Bull playbook, and he is basically just a werewolf.
Hey everybody, I'm Wings, also known as Danae Keener. I'm going to be playing as Chloe Gartner tonight. She's the Doomed playbook, and technically she doesn't have a superhero name yet.
Not yet, but that may be resolved tonight. And I'm Alex, OMG, some guy on the internet, here on GGK Tuesdays, Thursdays, sometimes Saturdays. And yeah, I'm running the show tonight. Oh God. It's gonna be great. It's just been a while, so a little bit of rust, but we're gonna get back into it. Speaking of getting back into it, previously on the Squire squad, last time the squad had gone to visit Chloe after she had suddenly displayed her new powers in helping them fight off Kai Jr. and at the behest of some of the paladins to be like, hey, there's this new person with superpowers, could you check them out? And then it's like, oh, you actually know them, great, go talk to them. So you all flew over in Subrina's Kirby craft, landing on Chloe's roof, and chatted for a bit. You all agreed to join the gardening club here at the school, so you would have a cover story for why you're all hanging out together in person. And then Flynt stuck around for lasagna dinner and a very adult sleepover between him and Chloe. Meanwhile, Subrina and Kevin went for boba, and then split off for Subrina to go do some casual spying on Jade, the popular student who has been apparently causing people to gain spontaneous powers. And while she did that, Kevin noticed and decided to look into this weird shadow that seemed to be manifesting nearby, eventually encountering it in an alleyway. And before it could flee, Kevin maybe heard it speak to him. But then it got away, and not sure what's going on there. Then the next day at school, you all started catching up, talking about, okay, what are we going to do? How are we going to handle things? Because the paladins had asked you directly to look into these people gaining spontaneous powers, but kind of punched you right in the face with that, because during lunch, there was a new person vying for Jade's affections and wanting to ask them to the upcoming spring fling. There was Chet, who started gooing up the place all over, but you all sprung into action, handily took him down, though Chloe made use of her new powers in a bit of an overexertion. And through all this, Sabrina and Corvid used her alien tech to take energy readings of these powers, so hopefully be able to do something with that in the future, see if you can figure out what the heck is actually going on with Jade. And after all that, Jade got taken to the office, and there was, you all started discussing, well, okay, should Jade even be allowed to go to the spring fling? Is it too much of a danger for others? But also, is it too unfair to them to, deprive them of their final spring fling? And, weighing, the safety of others versus the personal liberty, and that tricky question that you are all so well equipped to handle as high schoolers. But while you were debating that, Jade actually ran into your group and started to, talk about that stuff, and tried to ask for Kevin's phone number, because that plan had been floated to take Kevin as their date, as someone who is obviously altered by powers and would hopefully serve as a deterrent. But they were talking to Chloe about that, who fled due to social anxiety before they were able to get Kevin's number from them. But the group left off with the two-pronged plan to kind of, well, one, you got to take Chloe into the Paladins to start onboarding her as an official member of your team, and to start a stakeout on Jade, who will be staying home this next school day, which is the day before the spring fling, to see, okay, if they're isolated at home, what happens with their powers, while Subrina will also be transformed and posing as Jade at the school to see what happens there. I believe that is everything. Did any of you have a sudden memory of things that you feel are plot critical?
Sounds like a pretty comprehensive review.
Yeah. I think the only other item of note was realizing that in Flint's phone, he actually fully reveals everyone who has superpowers and whatnot, but it is because his contact list is like superhero emoji, flower, superhero emoji, bug, and there are no actual names, but
I did not do my homework.
no, that is quite all right. That surely isn't going to come into play at all in the immediate future, but it was a bit that I felt should not be left unremembered. So, it is the day before the spring fling. It is a Friday at the school. Spring fling will be Saturday night. And you all are, let's say, meeting up for coffee in the morning to finalize your plans for the day. You know that Jade is going to be staying home at their comfortable abode, and they know that there will be some squires watching over them throughout the day just to keep an eye on things. So it is up to you all to figure out what the actual breakup of that will be and what else you will be doing with your day today.
Yeah, how did we want to split that up?
Well, I have to go to school, right? Because I have to be Jade. Are we still doing that?
Yes.
Mm.
Because that sounds like a really good plan, right?
I think so.
Yeah. So I guess since Kevin doesn't want to go stay with Jade, you two will have to go to school. And I get to skip school.
New squad, old squad.
Yeah. Works for me.
Flynt, are you sure you can handle this with the is it a yellow belly? Something about a green thumb? A new person?
Oh.
A blue
Sure.
blood?
New blood? Baby? Just a little baby.
Huh?
Okay. Well, as long as you're comfortable. And
I'll
you'll
be
let us
totally
know.
fine.
Yeah, let us know if anything happens.
And I've got your number, so I'll let you know if anything happens.
All right.
Are you, Chloe, are you okay with this?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I'm very often homesick, so this shouldn't look strange at all.
Yeah.
She sips her herbal tea. She's not allowed to actually have coffee.
Do you need me to call for your parents so that... Do you want me to call the school as your parents so to say that you're sick?
Yeah, that would work. But don't actually call my parents.
No. I'll just call as your parents.
Okay. Yeah, that would work.
Subrina goes into the bathroom and comes back out as Chloe's mom. Takes out her phone and calls the school. Hello,
The
my
only
daughter Chloe will not be there today. She's feeling unwell.
The only... Well... Yeah, that's right. No, my mom's not a nurse. She goes to night school and then does other things during the day. I haven't figured out what she does for work. She goes to night school, though.
Mm-hmm.
You sounded so ominous. She does other things during the day. Don't worry about it.
Well, she just has a job. I don't know what it is yet. at retail, maybe. She's a manager at the Gap.
Oh.
Sure,
Is
that's
that where you get all
canon
your
now.
scene clothes from?
Yeah. Perfect cover for International Assassin. That's probably.
And then her dad is like a stay-at-home writer.
Mm-hmm. Flynt, do you want me to... Well, I don't know your parents, so I can't really imitate them.
Yeah, that's
You-
fine. I'll just skip school.
Okay.
Because this is a paladin sanctioned op, and because there is some coordination with the paladins and the school, because they know you're squires, it's you're welcome to still call if you wish, but
I did.
you would know that is
Did it.
handled.
Goes back in the bathroom, comes back out as Subrina. Okay. Oh, I have to be Jade, don't I?
Goes back into the bathroom.
Yeah. Comes back out
Just go
as Jade.
change.
Quick change. Sits down at the table. I have to look nervous and popular.
Well, you can do one of those really well. Because you're the most popular person I know. Other than Jade, I
Really?
don't really know them.
She kind of has a moment.
Well, don't look too nervous. Because popular people aren't that nervous. They're confident.
Right. Okay, confident.
So, like, be confident in social situations, but also be a little bit like, oh, somebody might start a fight around me at any moment.
Okay. I can do that. Just don't get too eager. That's like...
Yeah, no,
Confident
don't look eager for the
No,
fight.
no.
You have to be nervous about the
No,
fight,
no.
but you
right.
have to be
Cool. Yeah.
confident
Okay.
in social situations.
Right.
So
Okay.
it's all like, oh, a boy's coming over here to talk to me.
Uh,
And he's like really big and strong and also kind of a meathead. And I'm super good looking and very charismatic. So obviously that situation's going to go very well for me.
right, okay. Totes. I can do that.
Cool. Tea.
Coffee. Kevin, are you ready?
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
He's
we
just
shouldn't,
sitting
like-
here.
Yeah. Okay, we shouldn't like walk to school together though, because that's like that would be weird. Right?
Would it though?
Unless.
What if...
Right.
Okay, so like what if you actually like announce that the two of you are going to be going to the spring fling together
I
at this
mean,
point?
I feel like
It's
we're
not-
just putting words into Jade's mouth with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
not official yet.
Yet.
I'll give Jade Kevin's number. And then once it is official, you can make it official.
Okay. So I'll just walk to school by myself, because I'm cool, confident, popular. That's me. Jade.
You sound perfectly in character.
Thanks.
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm pretty
Wish
sure
me
I've heard
luck.
Jade say those exact words.
Okay. She stands up and walks to school with Sabrina's backpack.
Hmm.
We're
All right.
professionals over here.
Yeah, if y'all need any help, where you're at, just let us know. I assume we'll have the spaceship nearby if we need to rush over, but all right, later.
I think it'll be fine. Don't worry. Everything's gonna work out perfectly. This is a perfect plan.
Why do you have to say it like that?
Because it's you make the good luck yourself.
I don't know if that's how it works.
Totally.
You're speaking it into being. You're a big. What's that? What is that called? It's the power of positive thinking and all of that. stuff.
I
There
read
was
a
a
book
whole.
about that once.
There was a book. Yeah, is it The Secret? There we go.
Yeah, Secret of Positive Thinking. And by I read the book, I mean I read the back cover.
hmm
Chloe nods
think
like that tracks.
Been enough time. I'm gonna go ahead and head that way, and I'll start walking to school as well.
Chloe,
Yeah.
I was wondering if you wanted ice cream. Because then if you want ice cream, then we can both get ice cream when we go hang out at Jade's.
Okay. I'm not actually supposed to have ice cream, but we can get froyo.
Yes.
We go get froyo.
We go get froyo. Are we like going to actually hang out at like with Jade, or just like do a buddy cop where we're sitting in?
Did we tell Jade we were gonna do this?
So Jade is aware that there will be someone from the Paladins, possibly Squires, nearby. They did offer the invitation for you to actually come in and hang out, which I don't know how you plan to get around of. Oh, hey, here's the Silver Wolf and Chloe.
Well, so we did do like the training, right, for Chloe as Hemlock, or is that
She has not gone in to meet the Paladins officially yet.
because we were supposed to do that like Thursday night, and then Friday morning is when we were doing the school nonsense.
I don't think you all had officially gone into the Paladins yet. I think that was
don't think
still
we
a
did.
We
new
hadn't.
item.
We just skipped ahead a little
Yeah, I
bit.
think we did just do a little bit of time skip there.
We can do like a flashback.
Okay, yeah. Let's
As Chloe changes into Hemlock for the first time officially, we'll do a flashback to the training montage.
Yeah. So yeah, let's go back a little bit. And do you all want to be there for this? Do you want just Flynt there? Does Chloe just want to go by herself for this to meet the Paladins? Who do you want there to back
I think
you up?
we're
I
all
feel
interested in being there. But
Yeah,
it's up
I
to
feel like
Chloe.
everybody would be there since she's aiming for joining their group.
So we'll say that this is Thursday evening. You basically just come up with the plan of like, okay, tomorrow we'll have some people staking out Jade while Subrina's at school pretending to be Jade. And now let's go tell the Paladins this so we can get it to be an actual thing. So
Yeah.
you all take Chloe downtown to the Paladins HQ, which Chloe, you'd be aware, is this large skyscraper, but it takes up most of a city block on its own, because there's just so much happening inside the building, a lot of which the Squires don't even really, well, I mean, you would know about it, but you don't have much experience with it, because there is a lot that is the Paladins, which is the professional superhero organization. Then there's the Knights under them, which is kind of the college age group, similar program to the Squires, but slightly older with more responsibility. And then there's the Squires section. I almost said squection. The problem with having a squat sound. But the Squire section is kind of, a few levels below ground. You've got your own locker rooms, your own training facilities, etc., etc. But you go in through the main entrance, and they take you to the, Squire's only elevator. So you're already getting to see a part that is, beyond the eye of the usual public. Down the elevator a few floors, there's still terrible music in the elevator. Doesn't matter that they have superpowers and amazing technology, they still haven't figured out good elevator music.
I already beg your pardon. All elevator music is good elevator music.
Well, agree to disagree on this point, but I'm sure Flynt is jamming out to it.
He's having a bop.
So you go down, and you would know that. So you enter kind of the main entrance to the Squire section, and other squires have been kind of cleared out from this time because they know, okay, we've got a civilian coming in who's probably going to join the squires, but they're not sure yet, so they don't want to risk exposing identities of any other high school superheroes. But as you're going through, you see a couple of the paladins that this squad has had occasion to work with. You see the Musketeer. He's kind of running point right now. And so, waiting in the lobby with a clipboard and says, greetings. Good afternoon. Let's take you in, eh? And indicates that you should follow him down the hallway to one of the conference rooms. And the other squires, you would know this. You've probably told Chloe this ahead of time, but and I mean, you know this because this was kind of what you went through. You are going to be meeting with Athenis, who is the head of the paladins in Port Arbor. So you go in, find her already there waiting. She is a tall, muscular woman. No, I'm not just going to go... I was considering digging back through for my original description for her, but tall, muscular, lithe, silver hair. You know that her power set as described to the public is the wisdom of Athena and the skill of Artemis. And so she is, just smashed the names together to get Athenis. But she is kind of the head of the paladins in this area, certainly the city, but her renown is such that she is kind of the head paladin in the state. And so she stands as you enter and offers a hand. Chloe, right?
Yep. Hi.
Glad to meet you. I'm Athenis. You have met the Musketeer. And please take a seat.
Quickly sits down.
Offers you refreshments if you so desire, but fairly quickly gets down to the details. So, I understand that you manifested your powers relatively recently, but it was a rather impressive display, if I may say so.
Thanks.
Now, we understand that you may be apprehensive or nervous or even scared, but we want to assure you, first off, you're not in any trouble. People manifesting powers happens more often than you think, and you're not responsible or in trouble for anything that might have happened, though in your case, you helped with apprehending a known supervillain, so we thank you for that. And we, it's our understanding that you wish to join the Squires. Is that correct?
Yeah, I would like to do that, if that's a thing that I can do.
Yes, absolutely. We can offer you training and guidance as you learn to develop your powers. Maybe a little bit of time before we deem you ready to actually join with the Squires themselves, but we can certainly get you started on the process. There will be a background check, security clearances and such. You understand, of course.
Yeah,
but,
of course.
We can also get you started with helping you analyze your powers and figure out what it is they do.
All right.
And it is the policy of the Paladins that we prefer that your guardians are aware of your activities here, but we also understand that that may not be feasible or viable in all cases, and so it is up to you if you wish to loop them in, and we can work with you in either case.
Let's go with the no option.
All right.
On that.
And we can certainly help you figure out alibis in the meantime as well. As I'm saying this, I'm realizing there's the ethics of superpowered individuals helping minors lie to their parents. And
it's a different time.
It's fine.
Secret identities are so important, though. If people knew, then, like,
Yep.
villains could find out, and then people that you care about could be in danger.
And who
Yep,
says you can even
exactly.
trust your parents? What if they turn on you?
Like that episode of Futurama, right? Where they're all superheroes and Leela's parents tell everybody, and that's how they
Yeah.
get caught.
It's a good episode.
But so we can get you started on the process. Do you have any questions off the top of your head?
I'm sure I'll think of them as things go along.
Right. Well, we are here to help, and we look forward to working with you and helping you become the best superhero you can be.
Great.
She'll turn you kind of back over to Musketeer, nodding to you all as she heads back out to continue running the Paladins. And the rest of the afternoon and into the evening is, there's a lot of paperwork. There's an initial consultation with a tailor to figure out possible costume ideas. There's nothing so formal as a PR guy to help you figure out superhero names, but they do encourage you to start thinking about that.
Yeah, Sabrina would be very interested in knowing what Chloe was thinking for that.
So you're trying to come up with a superhero name.
Mhm.
It's like a short informational video.
Yeah.
You don't have to stick with it forever, but you probably will. So it's got to be good, kind of off the bat. No pressure.
I was thinking hemlock.
That's a flower, right?
It's a plant, a really dangerous one, actually.
Oh. Ooh. Mysterious, yet, dangerous, yet cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
I think it sounds great. To be fair, he would have said that about literally anything. In fact, if you go through a few different names every time, he's like, "Yeah, that sounds awesome."
I mean, it's also in the same family as carrots, so it's kind of useful. But
Oh,
carrot doesn't sound like a very cool superhero name.
no.
I don't know. There's that old comedian who went by the name Carrot Top.
That's true. But Carrot Tops are green and his hair was red. It didn't really make a lot of sense.
No one was ever able to decipher that enigma.
Mhm.
And, now that he is long dead, we will never know the answers.
My name's just
Oh, God.
after a bird.
Yeah. I didn't realize this is in the distant future, is it?
It's, at least 100 years from where we are now.
What happened
Okay.
to Carrot Top?
I was like, in
Just
this
rest in peace,
alternate
Kurt.
universe.
He lived a long life, and, I don't know, we can speculate on the fate of Carrot Top another day. Maybe
Fair.
that'll be when you all have time travel shenanigans, because of course that's eventually going to happen.
Oh my
You'll
god.
be trying to save Carrot Top from an untimely demise.
In a physical comedy related accident.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
While she's getting while they're working on costume designs and stuff like that, I think that Chloe just kind of looks over at one of the designs and without even really thinking, a bunch of plants just come out of her clothes, out from under her skin, and just from the top down, just sort of covers her body, and recreates the outfit.
Whoa! That's really cool!
But yeah, I saw something like this before, but I didn't know I could do it all over. She's just looking around, walks in front of a mirror. She's got a big wide brimmed kind of sun hat, sort of like Helsing, and there are these broad-leaved, well, I guess just these really broad leaves around her head, forming what looks sort of like hair.
I love
You
it.
look
Have you done a
great.
sketch of this?
And then the rest of it is like a trench coat that's made out of that same kind of really tough, leathery substance that like big jungle leaves are made out of.
You look so amazing.
Oh, well, I mean, that's really the designer you have to thank for it, I think.
The tailor who's kind of working with you steps back with the measuring tape and stuff. It's like, well, this certainly makes my job a lot easier. We can help manufacture a synthetic version of this if you wish. We don't know yet what sort of strain to creating a costume would take on you, but if you wish to have a synthetic version as well.
Honestly, I feel fine. This wasn't hard. Like, don't waste resources on that. We've got to save the earth and everything, one way or another.
All right.
And unnecessary waste is not going to be the way that we do it.
True.
But what if we just get technology good enough that we can do unnecessary waste again, though? That's the thing. No, I'm kidding.
If we make technology good enough that we can recycle things to be even better than before without wasting any energy, and she just starts like,
Dyson spheres, we're going that way eventually. It's
Flint's
we aren't
just
necessarily
glazed over
there
and
yet,
nodding.
though.
we just got to get to Mercury, right? And then we strip mine the planet, and there we go. It's a Dyson sphere.
See, now this is what the real problem is that corporations try to put the responsibility on the individual, when honestly, we need to be thinking bigger in terms of regulation and blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin and Chloe just nerd out for a few solid minutes, and Flynt and Subrina, how much do you follow?
Oh, like none.
You're muted.
You're muted,
LB.
dear. LB, you're muted.
I am. No, I was gonna say, Sabrina was just like 3 words in, like her smile starts to fade, and she's just like nodding, like just happy to be there.
Aw.
I just like being involved.
Mhm.
Anyway, does Chloe's costume have a domino mask? Because if not, Flint has a spare. It's like
I'd have
Carrie.
to recheck and remember. I think that it doesn't, but it's got a big, huge set of like green tinted glasses.
Yeah. Yes, I have the sketches that Wings sent me early on in the character concept process. So yes, I do see big green glasses here. But it's still no domino mask, so does Flynt still offer the domino mask either
Oh,
under or
absolutely.
over the glasses?
Yeah, like he tries to like put it on over the glasses, and it's like, yeah, this doesn't work.
Well, I guess there's no way to solve it.
Well, if you want it, I always have it on me.
She like reaches up to take off the glasses, and she's like, "Huh? Yeah, no, they are kind of attached." She like yanks a little bit, and like you can see like little vines that are like literally like attached to her temples, like dug into the skin. She's like, "These are not coming off."
Yeah, maybe you want the synthetic costume just so you don't have to rip all of these vines out of you when you're done.
I don't
Every
think they come
time.
out.
You're
She,
just
like,
stuck in this
drops-
costume forever?
She drops the costume, and like all the vines just retreat into
Ah.
her body, like.
Oh, okay. That's better. I guess.
Very convenient. All of our costumes, or yeah, most of us, the majority of us, can just like make the costume happen like that
At will.
at will,
Yeah.
essentially.
I mean, yeah, I have to put on my little vest that says I'm in the Squire squad, but other than that,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
love your vest.
there anything else any of you want to see in the onboarding process, or are we ready to return to the present?
Flint needs his froyo, man. Anyway, fast forward to Flint in werewolf form, just like licking some froyo.
He's just got like a little bowl of froyo just going like blip, 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 blip.
Exactly.
Did we decide whether or not we were going to actually hang out with Jade or if we were going to do a stakeout?
I think
Because Chloe would prefer stakeout if she could.
I think we were planning on starting as a stakeout. Like, they're just, well, it's a very obvious stakeout too, because just the two of us standing on a street corner outside of Jade's, like, you know, big mansion, and just eating froyo there.
Well, we could at least stand under a tree or something.
Yeah.
We're just standing on the sidewalk outside her house.
Good plan.
Let's go hide in those bushes.
Flint just dives into the bushes wholeheartedly.
Tail
All right.
sticking out.
We're gonna do a
Tail
stakeout.
sticking out. Steak? I'm not even full on froyo yet.
There's no steak, Flynt.
Oh. Anyway, how's school going?
Meanwhile, back over at school, although I guess I have one question, Chloe. You mentioned that you were going to give Jade Kevin's number. Is that something that you are going to do now, or when you plan to go eventually meet them today?
I think she remembers that she was gonna give Jade that number while they're standing in line for froyo. And she's like, I am gonna have to talk to her. Okay, hold on. She orders a third froyo and brings it to Jade's house. She is dressed up as Hemlock when she knocks on the door.
Mm-hmm. And sure enough, you know, it takes a minute, but Jade themselves comes to answer, and hello?
She's got like her hat down low so that she like is more mysterious, but she's holding like froyo in her hand, and she says, "Hey there, we're with the Squire squad."
Oh, okay. Just haven't seen you around before. Do you
I'm
want to
new.
come in?
No.
I also imagine like they came up to the door and Flint's just doing the potty dance. Just big werewolf form and everything.
Kind of looking around, Hemlock. Do you want to come in?
Can I please use your bathroom really quick? Thank you.
Sure. It's, you know,
Dashes
past
past
them.
her.
fifth floor, fifth door on the left.
Fifth floor, got it. Goes up the stairs.
I'll find one up there too.
Anyway, we brought you froyo,
Oh, thank you. You didn't have to do that.
and Corvid told me to give you this. And she just hands her a little slip of paper.
Oh,
It's the number and it says Kevin on it.
oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah, I tried to get this the other day, but they all just ran away before I could get it. I'm sure they were going off to do super heroics.
That's what we do.
Right. And sorry, I don't know who you are. You must, you know, you're very new. What's your hero name?
Hemlock.
Kind of reevaluates. You sees the plant motif. Oh, cool. Like the plant. Are you mostly poisonous plants? I mean, that's cool if you are. It's just
She's gonna opt to just do the silent hero thing at this point, and just let her vamp.
right.
There's a crash upstairs as Flint knocks something over.
Oh, that's. I should probably go check that wasn't you know, the new vase. But holds up number. Thanks for this again. And so, you know, phone in one hand, and Jade starts trotting up the stairs. You okay up there, Silver Wolf?
I am very lost.
I'll be there in a minute. You sure you don't want to come in? Calling back to Hemlock as they begin heading up the stairs.
I'll be fine out here.
All right.
And then, like, as she walks away, she goes like, "Oh, I should have been gone. I should have just left." She,
That's so much superheroing to learn.
she turns around and walks.
Right. So, back at school, Kevin, you get a text from a number that you don't recognize. So it's the same area code, and it's, "Hey, Kevin, this is Jade. This is gonna sound weird, but I got your number from Corvid. She said that she had access to your number, and that
And that's not creepy at all.
yeah, I'm trying to think, how do teenagers text? Like, would there be incomplete thoughts that get, you know, ellipsed out, or is it all
No,
just
I feel like it would just be like, "Hey, Kevin, it's Jade. Got your number from Corvid. How are you?"
yeah, basically that. How
That's
are
not
you?
weird, lol.
Do you want to go to the spring fling with me? Question mark, question mark, question mark.
I'll just like frozen on the phone for a little bit, thinking I'll just typing a bunch of stuff and deleting, and just eventually just be like, sure. It's like 5 minutes of
Now, our SMS is at this point where it's showing that Kevin is typing for 5
I have
Oh,
that
minutes.
yeah.
turned off.
Oh,
I definitely have that turned off.
Okay, so now that that is all sorted, it's, you know, we'll say it's, you know, in between some of the morning periods, and you see in the distance Jade walking through the hallways. You know, you've got a little bit of your retinue, or Jade's retinue with you, but it's, how do you fend them off from realizing that you are not Jade?
Oh boy, I play it cool and I don't talk that much.
And
Yeah.
there's probably enough talking from them. Oh my god, I mean, I chat yesterday, and I wonder who it's going to be today. No, don't say that. That's so, you know, think of Jade and Jade's feelings. I'm sure this is so tough for you.
Yeah. I just want it to be, you know, over soon. So hopefully I'll pick someone to go with, and then they'll solve all the problems. You know?
At this point that you are walking past Kevin in the hallway.
Sabrina
probably would have
doesn't
gotten
know.
You probably would have gotten a text from Chloe that's like gave Jade Kevin's number, but that's as much as you'd be informed.
Kevin sees Sabrina, like, give him, like, an eye, like...
I just keep walking.
And
I think later I realized I could have like filled Sabrina in on the
I
Jade
think
had asked me.
Sabrina
And
will
I'll text Sabrina.
Yeah. What do you text?
Just very straightforward. Just Jade has asked me to the spring fling. I said yes.
10 exclamation marks in a response. Jade is in the back of their class just like, and then just remembers to be cool. But yeah, the next break Sabrina will try to go talk to Kevin.
Do you do this as Jade, or did you duck into a restroom and zipped out as something to
Well, let's
reappear
say
as
it's
Subrina?
let's say it's lunchtime, and at lunchtime she's gonna go hang out with Kevin.
All right. So at lunch, Kevin, you are there. Do you find other people to sit with, or are you just sitting by yourself today without your superhero friends at school?
Oh yeah, because without anyone else, is there like an area where you could just kind of congregate that you don't have to eat,
Sure.
like just to hang out? Yeah, I'll just be kind of hanging out there, looking at my phone.
Jade slides up. Hey, Kevin.
Oh hey Jade.
Thanks for saying you'll go to the dance with me.
Of course. Yeah.
You immediately notice the more gossip aware high schoolers around you are very studiously trying to not look like they're listening in, but there are already phones out and people texting furiously.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. It will be.
Very exciting for you, isn't it?
Yep. Yep. I'm very excited.
Yep. I mean, it's exciting for me, Jade, as well.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to sit with me?
Sure. And your
Please?
friends?
Oh, yes.
Okay. I'll go sit with Jade and their friends.
And
Hey guys, if you didn't know, this is Kevin. I asked Kevin to go to the dance with me today.
few of them don't do as good a job of hiding their shock, but a few of them, Kevin, are like, "Oh, awesome, good to meet you." If they hadn't met you, and some, everyone's obviously aware of Kevin, the big bug boy, but
Mm-hmm.
most of them are polite and welcome you in. And it's actually, a few minutes later, as the gossip mill has had time to do its work, that storming into the cafeteria is Ashley, who you probably don't remember, but was one of the first people to display powers of like, hey, I'm gonna ask Jade. She had previously had super speed, but she just marches up to you like a normal person, and for a minute is just gets up in your face, Kevin's like, what the hell, man? I was gonna ask Jade out, and I can't believe this. And some of Jade's friends start trying to be like, whoa, back off. But is there anything you do to address Ashley as she is getting riled up, but not displaying any kind of powers?
Ashley,
what?
You have to respect people's choices. This is not a good look on you.
Damn it. And just turns and storms off. But
Wow. That was great. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. I see no super speed though, so thankful for that at least.
Yeah, it seems like it's a pretty quiet day for me, which is a relief for me.
Yeah, it's definitely good news for us. I'm gonna be texting the other group. I'd be on the lookout. Things are pretty normal high school drama here. No superpowers.
Yeah, I think that's it.
So the rest of lunch passes mostly uneventfully. Basically, everyone in the school is trying to sneak glances at the two of you and doing a terrible job of hiding it. But no more confrontations the rest of the day for you. Back over at the Jade Palace, the two of you have finished your froyo. Are you still just outside in a bush? Have you upgraded to sitting under a tree or something?
I think after using the facilities, Flint just decides to hang out with Jade instead of going outside, and just wondering out loud. I wonder where Hemlock went. She's so mysterious. It's pretty cool though, right, Jade? You see her plant powers? She's like whoosh, whoosh.
I mean, I haven't gotten to see her powers yet. I saw the outfit, but
Oh, you should see them. Well, hopefully you don't see them, because that means that you're too close to danger, and that's what we're keeping you from.
Tail wag.
Tail wag.
And I appreciate that. Thank you. This feels. I just wish this all wasn't happening. Like I just want to go to the dance. I mean, I'm a senior. It's gonna be my last spring fling.
And you gotta go to it because it's like one of the 5th most important dances at the school.
Right? Yeah, you're absolutely right. And so, I mean, I know it's risky, but I mean, I asked Kevin. You know about Kevin, right? Big, tall, made of metal, bug form.
Yeah, I know Kevin.
Yeah. So I mean, I asked him. He said yes, and so we. Well, now I have to figure out how to coordinate my outfit with metal. I'm gonna. If you'll excuse me, and they retreat to their room, and you can hear the sound of clothes rustling as they start digging through different dresses and pieces of an outfit to be like, how do coordinate with big metal bug boy? And Kevin, you'll get a few texts throughout the afternoon of like, I know this is kind of weird, but can you change the metal that you look like, or change how shiny it is? Things like that, as Jade tries to figure out what outfit will best coordinate with your appearance.
Yeah, just like not really on this short of a notice.
Okay, cool. No worries, just checking. That's as far as we'll go with that, because I don't know enough about fashion to figure out what's going to be a good look together.
Is Chrysalis, what metallic is he?
Kind of like a chrome.
Oh, okay. So silver. So cool colors.
Okay. Maybe when it's time, I'll let LB describe Jade's outfit.
I'm also pretty sure, like, after Jade told Flint, he immediately pulls out his phone with his big dog werewolf paws, tries to text Kevin, like, it's littered with misspellings too. Like, you're going to the spring fling with Jade, that's so awesome. And then like a rocket ship emoji and like fireworks emoji. He's real happy for you.
I just eventually respond with like, thanks. And maybe then a smiley face. I don't know.
Just litter those emojis in as much as you can. Anyway, with Jade figuring out their outfit, I think Flint will retire to underneath the tree and hang out with Hemlock.
If he was gone for long enough, she would have like climbed up into the tree. Because she's like, this is more superhero-y, right?
Chloe, I'm not really good at climbing trees, and it's just like grabs onto a branch and just snaps, sits on the ground like a sad puppy.
Hard cut. That's where the scene ends.
Yeah, and for Flynt and Chloe, the day passes fairly uneventfully. Certainly doesn't seem like anyone was dedicated enough to skip school to go, stalk Jade or anything. But as school lets out, Kevin and Subrina, you noticed some of the people who had previously vied for Jade's attentions are very quickly making their way towards where Jade's residence is. And so you see among them, you see Chet, Goo Boy. You see no Ashley because she got told off earlier, but you also see there is Avery, who had displayed super strength, and River, who had displayed some ice powers. So there is a trio of people heading for Jade's palace, as it were. Is there anything you do at school, or what is it that you decide to do upon seeing that?
Should we intercept them?
I don't know. Should we text Jade?
Yeah.
Should I just go
At
talk
least-
to her?
That's true. We could beat them to the house,
Yeah, with the
and
garbage
then
bag.
that way, if they have powers, there's 4 of us
Yeah.
against the 3. All right.
Okay. To the Kirby craft. We'll text Flynt and Chloe. Exclamation mark. You guys have incoming. Period. We're also on the way. Exclamation mark. Did you guys tell her that I was pretending to be here at school? Question mark.
She was aware of the plan.
Important question.
Wait.
Which one of us do you text, or do we have a group chat?
Both. There's a group chat.
There's a group chat. Okay.
Okay, good.
But yes, Jade had been informed that there would be
Yeah.
a shapeshifter masquerading as them, as part of this extended sting operation. I don't know if that's the best description.
They were aware of the plan. We'll
Mhm.
keep an eye out. Thumbs up.
Roger.
Hearts and stars.
Hey, Kevin.
Yep. Mhm.
Do you think... Link keeps sending me heart.
Uh-huh.
Is that like a hearts thing, or is that like a heart thing?
I have no idea what's happening. Could
Okay.
go either way.
Okay,
He's too enthusiastic to know.
that's fair. Oh, I need to change out of this as we get into the Kirby craft. Just carve it again. You need to get in. You need to get in a costume too.
Oh yeah. I imagine I just have one of the vests in the Kirby craft.
Tie the sides.
Mm.
And we go.
Yep.
And
As
stands
you
vigilantly waiting for the others to arrive.
And so you set down the Kirby craft somewhere on Jade's I was gonna say expansive lawn. I don't think it's probably not actually large enough to fit the Kirby craft because it is still in the city.
Mhm.
But you set down near enough, get out of the Kirby craft, meet them down out front in front of Jade's place. And so-
Guys?
Who all's coming?
Uh
What is the inn coming?
oh. Chet and others.
Oh, Chet's doing okay. That's good to hear.
Yeah. But we need to fill Jade in on what happened at school today.
Okay, what happened at school today?
Oh,
Or
just
do we
like
just want to all group up?
yeah, let's all go talk to them.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all go inside, and then we see if when they get here they have superpowers, because they didn't at school.
Right. Knock on the
Yep,
front door.
sounds like a plan. Yeah, knock on the door.
Jade opens the door and there are more of you now. Hi. Do you want to come in?
Please.
Okay. Is everything okay?
Yes, some of your classmates are coming in over to your house, and I wanted to inform you as what the shapeshifter got up to today, in case they ask questions.
Oh, sure. Do you all want tea or something?
Do you
That
have
would
a
be
ray?
lovely.
Yeah, we've got every kind of tea. My parents are tea nuts. And
I didn't know tea came in nuts.
Jade kind of chuckles, but just keeps moving towards the kitchen and is like, "So what happened at school?"
Well, the shapeshifter was informed that you had asked I believe it was a Kevin, to the spring fling, and that this Kevin accepted the invitation. So they interacted and sat together at lunch.
Okay, yeah, that sounds all right.
That's pretty much it.
Okay, cool.
I just wanted to let you know, just in case they asked about it, you know.
Gotcha.
Did I miss anything important?
No.
You haven't yet told Jade that there are possibly powered classmates coming to pay them a visit, but I don't know how you
Well-
all want to handle that. If you want to alert them, or if you just want to try and handle it.
Hemlock will actually stand outside and keep watch. Stay in the tree, actually, you know, in case they don't have powers.
Jade, the individuals who are coming, we're not exhibiting any powers at school, but perhaps we want to make sure that they aren't going to try to harm each other or you when they arrive. Should we send them away?
Oh, I mean, probably that'd probably be the best option. I mean, I don't want any more people to get hurt,
Right.
but I should be the one to tell them to go away. So I'll be out there with you all, but I hope you don't have to use your powers to save me, but
Why don't you stay in the house, and we'll keep distance between you just in case.
right, yeah, I'll be on the porch and okay. No, getting the megaphone would be too tacky. Jade takes a minute to compose themselves, finishes preparing, or sets the kettle to boil, and leads you back out to the front door. It is at about this time, Hemlock, that you notice the three people coming down the street, and as they get closer, it's subtle at first, weak at first, but you see for River, the ground kind of starts frosting over by them. As Avery's stepping, the pavement's kind of cracking, although it's probably enhanced by there being frost and ice on the ground.
Hemlock's gonna text the others. We got powers.
Yeah, silly, I know that.
All right.
I think that she immediately like she says, "We got powers," which is to say they have powers. They're coming here and they have powers.
Three different text messages.
Knowing that Flynt, yes, knowing that Flynt would misinterpret that.
He still gets his response in like after the second text message.
All right. Well, the thing that I want to do requires me to like power up at the beginning of a combat. So
Yeah, well, we'll see if it comes to that, but I think now would probably be a good time for us to take our break before we resolve this situation. So, we will be taking a quick break, 10-ish minutes. Don't go anywhere because we gotta solve this, and then we've got a dance to get to tonight, y'all. So, stick around and we'll be back very soon. Well, hello there, Internet, and welcome back. We are refreshed from our break and hope that you are too. If not, quick, go grab your water, your meds, your food, whatever it is you need. If this is a VOD, you can pause it. You have the power of time manipulation on your side. If you're watching this live, well, be quick about it. All right, we are going to pick things back up. Our Squire squad is on, I was going to say on base. It's not really a base. At Jade's place, preparing as 3 disgruntled former suitors of Jade are approaching, and as they get nearer, it seems that their powers that they previously had are starting to manifest again. So you've got someone displaying super strength in the way that the ground kind of shakes as they walk. You've got that's Avery. He's looking not too thrilled. There's River, who is kind of gliding along on ice that she is starting to create. And then there is Chet, good old Goo Boy, who you beat up just the other day, though he doesn't know that it was all of you doing it. But I believe we had Hemlock out front in a tree. The rest of you were approaching the front of the house with Jade, who will be staying at the doorway as they want to be the ones to tell the others to, to give up. But Hemlock, you are the closest to them. What do you do as you see them approaching?
Well, she would like to put up like a plant barrier in front of them.
Okay. That's easy enough to do. So you focus, and this is still a little new for you. You got a little bit of coaching with the paladins last night, but still figuring things out. But you think about it in what sort of barrier forms on the basically the path leading up to the door.
Like, I think that she puts her hands on the tree itself, and vines come out of her hands and dig into the bark of the tree, and then the tree's roots actually come up out of the ground, and like it makes a big like just grove of trees where they're supposed to be, where all the wood is gnarled and kind of knotted together.
Yeah, and seeing this, the 3 approaching definitely stop up short, but they kind of stand their ground and try and look tough and imposing as they see just one of you. But soon enough, the rest of you emerge from Jade's house with Jade still on the porch.
Burst out heroic like.
Corvid will
Through a
fly up. Corbin will fly up in between, like, to be perfectly in between everyone. And actually, I'm going to start scanning for the same thing that I was scanning for before.
Yep, and I mean, it's pretty clear that the same energy source is there. Seems like they're the 3 points from the people in front of you, and kind of the I guess we'll say the inverse signal coming from back towards where Jade is.
Mm-hmm.
And as you all kind of take up position, Jade calls out and it's like, "Oh, come on, you guys! Is this because I asked Tevin if he would go to the dance with me? I mean, you had to know that you weren't going to have a chance with, how brutish you're all acting." And the other, the 3 of them kind of grumble amongst themselves, and Avery, the one showing strength, steps forward and kind of gets right up next to the roots barrier and calls out, "I mean, what's he got that we don't? I mean, if you're going with him just because he's got powers, I mean, we have powers. I mean, I don't know about these 2 schmucks, but look at me. Look at how strong I am," and kind of starts trying to rip some of the roots apart. He gets a little leeway, but his display does not go as he intended.
Corvid's eyes glow brighter, and her hands come out to the side as light comes out from behind her, and she, like between her and her cape, and she says, "Citizens, stay back. Do not move any closer."
Chet kind of, you see that he's the only one who's actually engaged with anyone with powers lately, is kind of, he starts to certainly lose heart and back up. River kind of shoots some ice out underneath Avery, causing him to slide back, but she steps forward and is like, "Listen, these 2 clearly need to cool it, but I mean, this is still, I don't think you're giving us enough of a chance, Jade. I mean, yeah, I know, yes, we all could have had cooler heads about all of this, but I still think that, you should go with me. I mean, it's..." And, clearly failing to come up with any actual logic to her statement, Jade comes back with, "Look, I've made my decision. It's final. You need to respect that. I don't want to see any of you get hurt, and the Squires here are, they're not gonna hurt you, but they will keep you from taking things too far. So it's best if you all just please leave."
Hemlock's gonna creep down into her tree barrier, and like the branches will part just a little bit, and they see like the 2 like perfect circles of the lenses of her glasses, and she just goes, "No means no."
And kind of hearing that, it's like, oh, yeah. And they grumble about it, but they do all kind of turn around and start walking away. And the further they get, you see the ice starts melting. Chet had been, there's no way to say this that isn't gross, he had been dripping goo, but as he gets further away, the goo dries up, and Avery's footsteps, still stomping, but it's not doing nearly as much as he walks away. And Corbett, you notice that the readings are sort of diminishing, though the one from Jade still kind of is there, though, as the 3 others get farther away, the one connected to them kind of weakens as well.
Corbett flies back down, and then kind of like gives a hand signal for the rest of the group to join her over by the hedge that was made.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, so there's a reading coming from Jade, and I think it's Jade. I think she's causing these powers. They're temporary, and they're in a a circle around her. And as they walked away, it diminished.
Chloe comes out the other end of her barrier.
Gee.
Oh my god, she literally can do the Homer Simpson gif.
Yes. We talked about this yesterday with Corey.
I typecast myself. She comes out and she's like, so what does that mean?
We could probably get... Am I remembering this right, that we have power suppression things in this world?
Yes. You mostly see it as kind of special handcuffs that are used to subdue supervillains.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're reasonably confident that you can inform the paladins of this, and they can fashion something that, don't want Jade having to go around in handcuffs all the time, but
right.
Could make use of some kind of technology to potentially solve this problem.
What do you think? Either that or she can't go to the dance, right?
And they gotta go to the dance.
Yeah.
I mean, so, and we're convinced that Jade isn't doing this on purpose, right? This is some kind of happy accident.
They clearly are acting like they don't like it. What do you think that, like, this is one of those weird things where they act like they don't like it, but like secretly they actually do?
It's bringing them a lot of attention.
They already had a lot of attention.
Get a lot of
though.
attention? Yeah. Jinx said you owe me a soda.
Dang it.
These human customs. Curses!
Curse these human customs.
I mean, yeah, they're getting a lot of attention, but I mean, they didn't have super powered people fighting over them.
That's true.
Right? That's the kind of thing someone very obsessed with ego might do on purpose.
Should we
Is there,
interrogate
like, a move
her?
that... No.
Oh.
Is there a move
Like-
where you can just well,
I
is
think
there an insight check?
Pierce the
No.
mask?
Yeah, so there is the Pierce the Mask roll. When you pierce someone's mask to see the person beneath, roll plus mundane. On successes, you get to ask them some amount of questions. So, who would like to attempt to pierce the mask?
Well, I mean,
who's good at that right now?
Who's
I
the
don't think-
most mundane?
none of us are. I
None
think
of
we
us
all have
are.
negative.
Do we all have negative and mundane?
Yes, that's
We're a
why
bunch of freaks.
That's why
Ah!
Flint was just gonna very pointedly turn like a dog, like a pointer dog,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and just glare at Jade.
Wait. Let me
Yes.
see if I have something for this.
Okay.
Okay. Otherwise, I'm
Oh.
gonna roll my -2 mundane.
All right, I have best of them, which is when you comfort or support someone, I can roll freak instead of mundane. And not so different after all. When you talk about your home, roll plus freak. On a 10, choose 2. On a 7, blah blah blah. You confess a flaw of your home, add 1 to the team pool. I don't think that one's gonna help. A clear,
We'll go comfort
clear
them.
condition, yeah, or mislead them about your home, take influence over them.
Well,
So probably comfort.
I would say that Pierce the Mask is more what you were trying to get at here, trying to figure out whether or not this is some ruse that they are pulling. And are you all
Fair.
really at -2 mundane?
Yeah.
I'm only at -1.
Oh.
I mean, I'm pretty sure
Yeah, I'm at
after last
-1.
session, after last session, everybody who I was allowed to adjust, I decreased their mundane. So
You monster.
you're welcome.
Thanks.
Could just go break her arm or their arm.
What?
I'm just saying it's an option.
Oh, no.
You have some bad options.
I'm sorry. I'm really strong. That's what I got.
Me too, but I don't want to break people's arms. That's mean. I don't want to be mean.
Can't do that.
I could try and, mind read.
Okay.
I forgot you could do that.
Telepathy.
I mean, still low on the ethical scale,
Wait,
but like
true.
a lot better than breaking arms.
Fair. Okay, you know what? Fair. What if I go and comfort and support them, and then you can read their minds to see how they're feeling about it?
Try and steer their thoughts towards whatever's going on.
I mean, honestly, I feel like all of this depends on whether or not they know they have powers or not.
True.
It's true. You could just go up and be like, "Hey, I'm pretty sure you have powers and you're causing this," and I could be reading their mind to see if they're like, "No shit, Sherlock," or if they're like, "Oh no, what?"
Okay, all right. This is a good
As long
plan.
as we do it nicely.
Right. Okay. Yes. Turns around. Jade
Yes.
flies up, hovers in front of the front step. Are you aware that you have powers?
They look fairly taken aback, and I mean, we went into Paladin's HQ and they said they ran tests and didn't find anything.
I have data that supports my hypothesis that you, in fact, ignite powers in others when high emotions are involved, I'm assuming.
Jade kind of sits down on the top step.
Flynt's gonna sit down next to them and just offer a fluffy head to pet. Comfort werewolf.
Support dog.
Support dog werewolf. Flynt, the silver wolf.
They
Looks
start
to
like
Kevin.
absently reaching for your tail, but then it's like, wait, no, is this weird? So as they are debating whether or not to to stroke the silver wolf's tail, Kevin, would you like to, unless do you have a specific move for this?
No, I don't.
Okay, so then I think this is going to be unleash your powers.
All right.
So roll plus freak, please.
So good. What we got?
Okay, so that's an 8, which would be a mixed success. So either you can mark a condition, or I'll tell you how the effect is unstable or temporary, or you all can use team from the pool to bump it up to
We
a
got
10.
team.
We do.
And 2 of us are kind of helping out here.
Do it.
Do you guys wanna? Why not?
Yeah.
Right? Let's do it.
Yeah,
Okay.
do it.
Subtract some team from the pool.
Sorry, my brain turned off for a second, and I was thinking going into this, I was like, we should use team from the pool if this rolls badly.
Yeah.
And then I just watched that thought manifest in front of me, and I'm all like, say something.
Your brain
So
was like,
this-
no.
Sometimes thoughts don't go burr. But all right, so we've got the silver wolf being an emotional support werewolf. Who else is helping to bump this roll up?
It's me, hi.
Are you just saying, kind of the whole speech to get them thinking about it?
Yeah, and then
Okay.
I'm like showing them what I have on my
Mm-hmm.
printout.
Yeah. So, yeah, Kevin, you extend your senses, and you get a lot of emotions at first. That's the prevailing one is certainly confusion. There's a little bit of like shame and guilt of, oh no, this is my fault. You're certainly not getting any kind of subterfuge of, damn it, the fools have figured me out. You're not getting anything like that. So as far as you're able to tell, this does seem genuine, and that Jade was unaware that A, that they had powers, and B, that they were really causing this. They were hoping that it was just a bunch of freak coincidences, but
All right. I just telepathically to the group be like, she doesn't, or they don't seem to know.
Becomes more supportive.
You're muted, LB.
Yeah, yes, well, I'm sorry to tell you in this way, but we do have options for you. If you are intending to go to the spring fling, which I still suggest you do, especially now that you found yourself a date. We at the Paladins can offer you something that will suppress your powers.
Oh, I mean that would be just amazing.
And they come
Yeah.
in silver, if that makes a difference for anything.
I guess. I mean, it's not gonna be like a tacky helmet or anything, is it?
No. I think bracelets. We'll aim for bracelets.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. If that's something that you can do, then. Yeah.
Of course.
Can we go to HQ now? Is that something we can do, or because I mean, it is. The dance is tomorrow night. Can we?
Right.
Can we get
Yeah,
it
that's
in
something
time?
we could. That's something we can do, right?
Yeah, probably the sooner the better.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Please join us in my ship from this planet.
Man, you're so convincing.
Hemlock hops into the ship and says, "Smooth."
She like gives 2 thumbs up as Jade walks past her.
I assume you will the Kirby craft to become visible.
Yes, will it to become visible and then like at a place where they can land.
And so suddenly a ship appears in midair, and Jade kind of, almost stumbles and is like, How long has that been there?
Shotgun.
Apologies, civilian. Look at the things government technology can do. Ha!
They're just kind of at a loss for words, and do any of you, with enough prompting, they will start moving and get onto the ship.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
I mean, kind of just like, kind of trying to lead them onto the ship. But I did call shotgun, so nobody take that from me.
Right.
Yeah, just hanging out on the ship, away from Jade.
With all 5 of you, there isn't that much space away from each other, so I think, it's still...
I think that like Chloe like got in first, and then like saw Kevin like just kind of floating awkwardly there, like realizing that there's only gonna be like 1 space left, but like, and it's gonna put him right next to Jade, and then like Chloe just rolls her eyes, stands up, gets out, lets Jade get in first, and then gets in between Kevin and Jade.
Okay, I mean, is this the best window seat? I'm actually not sure if I want the window seat, but... Elby, you're muted again.
Sorry. Corva just says, "Oh, that's all right," and then just thinks it, and the window goes away.
That is very disconcerting. I think this is breaking my brain more than finding out that I might have powers.
Would you care for a barf bag?
Not if it magically appears.
Let's go!
All right.
As the craft sort of picks up, like Hemlock sort of drops the facade just a little bit, and says, "Hey, I just found out I had powers too. It's gonna be okay, I promise."
Okay. Yeah. guess that would explain why I haven't seen you around before. You're already with the Squires? That was pretty fast.
Yeah, they figured these things out pretty quick.
Right. Do you think I should join the Squires?
If you want to.
I guess I would have to figure out how to use my powers first.
For good, right?
We're good?
Yeah.
For good? For good, right?
I mean, well, if my power is giving other people powers, I don't know what good that would really do with, a group of people who already have powers.
What if your powers also can amplify the powers that are already around you? Or you could diminish the powers of the bad guys so that you could totally just go in and, like, the other people could, like, go in and kick their butts.
Maybe. You
I
see
mean,
Jade kind of scrunch up their eyes and start appearing to concentrate very hard.
Whoa, don't do that here. Don't do that. No, not in the career
Yeah,
crowd,
no,
please.
you don't want
No,
to do
thank
that.
you.
Right. Gosh. Okay. Well, I mean, I'll certainly think about it.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool.
Thanks. And then, as if to distract themselves from all that is going on, they kind of lean past Chloe to look at Kevin and say, "Hey, this might sound weird. I don't suppose you know of, big metal bug boy named Kevin, goes to the same school as me."
Wow.
The
Just 'cause
ship
they're both
falters.
big metal bug boys, you think that they know each other?
That's why I said know of, and it's just, sorry,
You can't just say things like that.
I've had
Jeez.
a very rough week. Please cut me some slack. But the point of the question was, I'm going to the dance with him tomorrow night, and you have very similar qualities, and I was thinking about trying to coordinate an outfit with his. Do you have any suggestions for fashion I might incorporate to complement an appearance like yours?
Is Hemlock able to initiate telepathy with Kevin? Or...
I think I would have to initiate it.
Alright, well, she gives him a look like, do you need me to help you? Blink if you need help.
Do you need me to call your phone?
I think Kevin is just kind of like, I don't have cause to go out much, so probably the wrong person to ask.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it was a bit of a long shot, but
Cool colors go well with silver.
right, of course. I mean, what, you think this is my first fashion rodeo?
No, I'm sorry, but I was maybe something not flowy, due to the spikes. If they
Well, I
have
mean-
spikes.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin doesn't really have spikes. That's
Oh, okay.
If you both get a corsage, and they're both the same kind of flowers, then you're going to match no matter what.
Is that, though? I guess I can't really pin a corsage on him. Do you think they have
make
magnets?
elastics? Yeah. Oh, yeah, magnets. That's a good idea.
Yeah, magnet one.
Are we sure that they're magnetic? Looks to Kevin like, could I have been putting magnets on you this whole time?
If they're anything like me, no,
like a total
they're not
hypocrite.
magnetic.
Hemlock looks to Chrysalis and says, "Are gigantic metal bug people magnetic?"
Again, if they're anything like me, no.
Then no magnets.
Okay, so probably just elastic. Good
Right.
Good call.
Right. Hmm.
Okay.
Do you have any? Do you need help in any other areas of dating? I was gonna say Earth dating, and I'm like, no, don't do that.
Well, she probably does take pause.
Yes. Yeah.
in normal dating.
Yes.
Oh no, trust me. I mean, I know dating. This is a special circumstance, and you know, I'm sure Kevin's a nice enough guy, but this. I mean, is this a date? I mean, I was thinking it would just be the dance, but I guess, it...
Well, just because you're going to the dance with someone doesn't mean that you're necessarily dating.
But it could be. Yeah. It could mean that if you want it to mean that.
But it doesn't have to.
It doesn't have to,
though.
But it could. Chrysalis, do you have anything to add to this?
Sounds like something you need to figure out for yourself and with this other person.
Yep.
I can't
And it sounds an awful lot like it's not our business.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Unless.
Us?
Oh, look, we're here.
Can't decide
Seamless
if you
transition.
all are the wisest teen superheroes I know, or if you all just need to start dating each other and figure this out. But we're here.
We're the
Crickets.
wisest. We're the wisest.
Undoing,
We're the wisest.
starts undoing their seatbelts.
Right. Yeah, we would like to get them some nice little cuffs.
Yeah, and so, you
I
go.
bet
and,
you would.
Hey, now these are.
Whoa.
Yeah.
This is a family-friendly stream. This isn't
Sorry,
my
This is
stream.
a family show.
Yeah. Technically, these characters are all minors, so just
Super's in
gonna.
high school. Okay.
Yeah, that could be. Anyway, we don't need to dwell on that.
We're not
topic
gonna delve into that topic.
Yeah, but
Once you hit the technicalities of legal consent, you're in a bad place.
Yeah, so we're just gonna brush over that and say, you go, you find a quartermaster who's able to, to start, they just take some of those fancy handcuffs and basically just disconnect the chains. And it's like, okay, this will work for right now. We can fashion something that's, fashionable and more comfortable for everyday wear. Might not have it ready for tomorrow, but it's definitely something we can look into for the future. So Jade will, they get the keys to this set of cuffs so that they're not just stuck with them on, but kind of, slaps the cuffs on, hides them up under their sleeves, and I don't feel different, but yay.
But you look great, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, and no destroying of the dance, hopefully.
Right.
For those who are going.
Hopefully. Yeah. Well, thanks everyone. This has been great. Don't take this the wrong way, but I hope I don't have to hang out with you all again soon. I mean, you're all nice people, but I'm sure you have better things to do.
Sad puppy dog eyes.
If you ever need us, please don't hesitate to call on the Squire squad. Well, you can't. She wears a mask. You can't see the smile, but the eyes squint a little bit.
She smiles with her eyes.
Yeah.
So, I think the only other thing to follow up with this is, do you give Jade a ride back home in the Kirby Crafter, or do they have to take public transit?
Yes, we would.
Did
I
just
would at
steal
least.
them from their house.
Yes. I will take them back alone if that's what people would like.
Yeah, I'll stay here. And before you do that, should we give the data you collected to the paladins and see if they reach the same conclusion as us?
Yes, of course. Chrysalis, you are the most intelligent of us. I will take your word and listen to your, Alright, here. She tries so hard when she's in front of a civilian.
Yeah.
I will give the data.
Okay.
Cool.
So, the paladins will start analyzing that, though, the techie who takes it just at first glance is like, yes, probably some pheromones that are emitted and only certain individuals react to them. We'll have to do further testing later, but it is, it's almost 5 o'clock, and,
Right.
it's 5 o'clock on a Friday, so I'm out of here.
They
Is
don't
that
got
like-
a night shift at Paladin.
Not with this techie, they're on the day shift.
Is that like the sex thing? The
Pheromones? I
pheromones?
mean,
Yeah.
Listen, I don't have time, again, the 5 o'clock on a Friday, to get
Right.
into all of pheromones. But
Okay.
yes, according to popular culture, pheromones is mostly a sex thing, but they do so much more than that. And they start going into a mini ramble despite their previous proclamation that it is 5 o'clock on a Friday and they want to get out of there.
Sabrina leaves this conversation wide-eyed and confused.
I
Man,
thought I
humans-
understood dating.
Humans are so weird. Well, and she kind of like, before we go, do you want to go? I mean, do we want to drive together? Are you picking Jade up from their house? Chrysalis? Do we want to go to the dance like together? Like, are we gonna go out to eat beforehand, sort of thing?
Oh, okay. Away from Jade, we're talking about. Okay.
No, or with Jade, either way.
I mean,
We're having this conversation.
Having
away
this
from Jade.
conversation.
Oh yes, yes.
yeah. Yeah, I guess probably that would make sense in case there's more to whatever's going on. We're
Alright.
all kind of there.
Cool. Well, you are the only one with a date, aren't you?
Chloe's going with me, so we're kind of going as a date.
Oh, right. Okay,
So we need to find you a date.
it's kind of late. It's fine.
We could probably find somebody.
No.
He
No,
starts
I'll be.
looking through his,
no.
his text.
No, it's
You know,
fine.
Since Chet's not going with Jade, we
No,
could probably go out with him.
No, thank you. You know what? I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna drop Jade off at their house. And I'll see you guys tomorrow at the dance. Well, before the dance, at dinner. We'll decide dinner later. And she's like walking down the hallway. All right, bye.
Maybe we do need to get her a date.
Do we though?
Well, it'd be like weird to not have someone to hang out. I mean, I guess she'll just hang out with us. That'll be
Yeah.
fine.
There'll be
I mean-
people there without dates.
I mean, it's a spring fling. Come on, man.
We'll just all go together. It's fine. Stop overthinking things. God.
Sabrina texts Hector on her way home. Hey, miss you. How's Korea?
You get, I always forget what the time difference is that we've established because y'all are on the West Coast.
They're like in the future.
Yeah. They're a good like 13 hours, right?
Right, yeah, it's at least 13 hours, so it's, it's like, Sabrina, just woke up from my morning workout. Miss you too.
Cool.
How's America?
Super fun. The spring flings tomorrow, so we're all gonna go and we're gonna have a blast.
Sounds exciting.
Yep. Have a good day.
Sends back smiley face emojis.
She'll go home and pick out her outfit for tomorrow.
Unless there's anything else, I think we can pretty much jump to preparations for the dance.
Let's do it.
All right. So, it's now the day of. In fact, it's basically the evening of, early evening still, but you all are getting ready for the spring fling. Kevin, you have been invited to the Jade Palace where people are getting ready together. This is kind of a... People are in their various, essentially pre-prom getting ready parties. So the people going in dresses are all together in one room helping each other with that. The people who are going more in suits are just kind of hanging out because they've been ready for the most part. And does Kevin try and get some kind of fancy suit jacket for this, or is he just going as Kevin?
Just going as Kevin. I think any kind of additional clothing just makes it weirder that he doesn't always wear clothing. So you just...
What about like a little bow tie?
Oh, that's the worst. I thought of it, and that's the worst implication.
That is very Chippendale.
Oh, fair enough.
Does everyone else come over here?
Yeah, I mean, I think
it's a group.
Yeah, Jade would have told you, you're welcome to invite your other friends along. And
I 100% do. Yeah.
And so as people are arriving, you see there are, a few who you imagine to be Jade's parents, and they've also got personal assistants helping them with this. But it's like, okay, doing a head count of the people getting ready. It's like, oh, we're going to need to get another limo for everyone, and so just there are a large number of people getting ready at Jade's place. But soon enough, you're all there, ready and able to hang out together. We can kind of, as I said before, we've got the people opting for suits in one room, already dressed and mostly ready, and the people getting dresses and doing extensive makeup and hair work in another room. How do you all split up getting ready, or did you all come to Jade's place ready to go?
I'm sure Flynt's parents made a big deal of him getting all dressed up and having Chloe there with him, and they're well off enough that they could probably get a limo for them as well, a limo to drive down the street to Jade's place to hang out, and he's definitely dressed up in a very well-fitting suit.
Yeah. I think actually the limousine, you kind of, as you were debating whether or not to do that, you received a message from your grandfather saying, basically, Flynt, my boy, I know you've got an important social event tonight. One of the family limos will be at your disposal for the evening.
Please tell me this is over a text, because he just responds like, "Thanks, Grandpa, you're the best."
It's
old man emoji, but also a heart emoji.
Yeah, I mean, I think you would be aware, or you've probably been told, I don't know how much it registers with you, that at least from this phone number, it is more one of your grandpa's
Like from the
personal
office of
assistants,
Grandpa.
yeah. Mhm. The office of
I-
Grandpa.
I want to say that he got like a call from his grandpa and it went directly to voicemail, and then like his grandpa left a voicemail, and then the response was via text.
Yeah. Okay, I could dig that. But yeah, like, you know, he's totally down for using the family assets as much as possible.
Hey, yeah. So, after
But
the
yeah, but Chloe and Flynt are probably already all dolled up by the time they show up at Jade's.
So you go and you easily find Kevin in the expansive waiting room. Or yes, there are some people hanging out in the kitchen having some light refreshments. Some people are there's probably some sports game going on. Super soccer that people are watching as they are ready. And then there's also just people waiting in like the grand staircase room where there are all the pictures being taken. So, Kevin, where do they find you?
Watching Super Soccer for sure.
Hey, Kevin, you look great.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, high five. And you do as well, both of you.
Thanks. My parents picked it out for me. I look great.
Yeah.
God, I love him.
So dumb, guys. Help him out a little bit.
Nope. I can't ruin him. Sweet summer child.
Thanks, Kevin. You look shiny.
I did buff out a little bit, but yeah. That's
I actually brought corsages for everybody.
oh. Thanks.
She, like,
This
goes
is-
around like pinning corsages on people, and then like gets to Kevin, and she like already has like a plan for this. She's got like this this like gardening twine that she like finds a spike that she can like tie it on there.
All right, sure.
Anybody seen Subrina?
Subrina arrives. She is fully dressed and everything already because she can just do that and didn't want to take the time to actually do it in person. So I posted pictures in the thing. But her hair is much longer than it was before. Is now pink with dark roots, and it's kind of done up in these two buns on the top of her head, almost like Sailor Moon Chibi that one. And then she's wearing a sheer top over a black dress that has like pink and black flowers on it that kind of like really accentuate her hair, and she's got like full on like pastel goth makeup on, black lips and all that. And she arrives like with a handbag in front of her, wearing heels, like looking around.
Yeah, Chloe did not go that hard. She like
Nope.
maybe like did her makeup like really heavy, and is wearing like a dress with some like floral print, and tights, but she is 100% just wearing Converse.
Flint will wave
guys.
Sabrina down. Yeah.
Hey!
Wow, you look great.
And
Thanks.
is also wearing her hat. Like she's got a knit cap on.
You guys look really nice. Kevin, did you shine?
I did. Yeah.
Looks good. And I like these flowers.
Oh yeah. She like, finds a place to hold on, like I think like girls get like corsages on the
Thanks. It's beautiful. Did you make this?
Kinda, yeah.
Oh, Chloe. She'll like hug her a little bit too hard. Well, thanks for inviting us over here, Kevin.
Yeah, thanks for coming. I was not looking forward to hanging out here the entire time with a bunch of people I didn't know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that sounds like a nightmare.
There's so many new people to meet, though.
That's what I said.
Aw. Okay. Do we want to take pictures? I think we should.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Chloe and I already took a bunch of pictures with my family, but we can take way more here.
Aw.
I think they have some photographers wandering around. We can go snag one of those.
Yay.
And
more
Subrina.
pictures.
Yeah?
Did you want to ride in the limo with me and Chloe?
You brought a limo?
Oh yeah, my family's got a limo.
Yes?
That'd be great.
Yeah, unless Kevin, you want me to go with you.
Whatever works.
Are you gonna panic
don't
if I
really-
don't go with you?
No, I'll be fine.
Okay.
I'm sure it'll be
Limo.
less crowded in Flint's limo.
Flint, does your limo have a window on the top?
Yeah, it's called a moonroof. Ever heard of it?
Can we
I will.
stand out it?
Woo. Yeah, it's my favorite thing to do.
Yay! Okay.
He's probably already disheveled a little bit from getting here.
That's why they
Like,
took all the pictures
They
right
took
away.
all the pictures right
yeah,
away. So.
yeah.
But yeah, they run around and grab some photographers and take some pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah. At first they struggle a little bit with the flash and the pictures with Kevin
Oh.
are just
They have to
Oh, no.
adjust their settings and everything.
yeah. But soon enough you get what you are assured will be some very wonderful pictures of the group of you. There's even some with Jade has made their appearance, having been they were ready before anyone really got here because they knew they would be playing host. And they've got a nice jacket on in a solid slate gray. They've got a dark teal button-up shirt going up, black slacks, and they have they've got kind of a shiny pocket square attempting to match with Kevin's natural shine. And they're going around playing host, but they also greet you and they get some pictures with you. Now I want to see art of like Kevin and Jade doing the typical prom pose. Just the discrepancy, because you are probably at least like a foot taller than Jade. But so pictures with that, and Jade joins in for some of your group shots. And then soon enough, it is time to head to the venue, which isn't anything too fancy. It's one of the more upscale hotels in downtown, but they're not pulling out all the stops or anything. But so Kevin, you get into the SUV limo that Jade has. There is quite a bit of Tetris trying to figure out, okay, should you go in first? Should you go in last? How do people fit around you? But eventually they get it sorted. Subrina, Chloe, and Flynt, you pile into into your limo, your limousine, and head out.
Flint sticks his head through the moonroof.
Oh yeah.
Sabrina does as
Eyes
well.
flapping in the wind.
Yep. And...
She's seen this in the TV shows before.
Mhm.
Same.
It's maybe a half-hour drive, through downtown traffic, because it is Saturday night. But soon enough, you're all at the hotel and making your way inside. I really hope this is good music for this, because I don't want to we'll see how this goes.
Works for me.
So I will say I was looking through, and there is a music tag that's just sadness, which we won't be using for the
No.
dance, hopefully. But yeah. So you all make your way inside. There are refreshments. There's some music going. It's still very early, so not too many people are dancing. But on the ride over, Jade is sitting next to you and chatting with you, Kevin. They're being a very good date. Talking about school and kind of what's going on and trying to get to know you because, obviously they didn't really know you before this, but are trying to get to know you as a person, not just, yes, this is my big metal bodyguard for tonight.
Mhm.
You see that they do have kind of the one of the cuffs has been like hidden amongst other bracelets that they're wearing for the evening. And yeah.
Mhm.
So, I really hope that, that these work and that no one shows powers at the party. And if they do, I'm not expecting you to be, knight in shining armor or anything, but
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, hopefully. Yeah. And to an extent, I can help out. So.
okay, that's good to know. But I mean, hey, we're here to have fun, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, looks like we're here. Let's make an entrance, shall we?
That's all I know how to do.
And so, you all get to the venue. Once you arrive, there are still plenty of looks thrown your way of, who ended up with Jade, because that was all anyone was talking about this week. But there's also plenty of people, they're mostly happy faces looking your way and like, oh, okay, they actually look good together. And, over off in the crowd with your superior height, you can see some of the attempted suitors who look disgruntled. They did not manage to get any dates as they were so focused on winning Jade's affections. But,
As we get near them, do they manifest any superpowers?
they do not.
Okay.
As soon as Flynt gets to the dance, he's gonna cut a rug. He's just out on the floor dancing.
There he goes. Up. Yep.
There he goes.
And that took less than 10 seconds. Might be
Are
right.
you gonna go dance with him?
I'm gonna let him tire himself out a little bit first. Let's go get some punch.
Oh, okay.
He is also gonna find, just like since Chloe isn't coming out to dance with him, he's just gonna find people to dance with.
Yeah. And there are definitely some people who, were pre-gaming, who are very excited to dance with you. A couple people who pre-game too hard and are already being talked to by some of the chaperones. But, soon enough, even though it's still early for, compared to most other dances, Flynt's enthusiasm gets more people out there dancing than there might otherwise be at this point in the evening.
Yeah, I think Sabrina's gonna go get drinks, but she kind of is like eyeing the dance floor for the most part, and then like looking at Kevin and like just checking on things, like vibing.
Like Chloe and Sabrina stand around for a bit, just kind of chatting idly and drinking punch. And like she keeps on seeing Sabrina like look at the dance floor, and she's like, "Do you want to dance?"
I mean, yeah, I don't want to leave you by yourself, but if you want to go dance,
Yeah, no, we can go dance. That's fine.
okay. She like grabs your hand and just leads you.
All right. They go dance. They go find Flynt and
Flynt is also going to like seeing the suitors who had been rejected, looking all dejected in the corner. He's gonna try and get them to dance too.
Aww.
Aw.
He's gonna try and dance with Chet.
Get it, Goo Boy. Let's do this.
Yeah.
He fought him, so like, hey, no hard feelings.
Aww.
Gives you some serious side eye at first, trying to figure out if you're trying to make fun of him, but eventually he assents and, accepts your offered hand and goes out and dances with you. Though he's very careful to like stay away from your limbs.
They are just flailing like a high schooler can.
Yeah. Hey, seeing all this dancing happening, Jade will approach you, Kevin, and say, "Well, you're certainly getting out there and started. Do you want to dance, or do you just want to, sit and talk for a while first?"
We go dance. That's fine.
Okay, sure. They kind of look down at your feet and then realize, oh wait, you're hovering, so they don't have to worry about you stepping on their feet with your very heavy metal feet.
Mhm. Yeah, I've just been hovering the whole time.
Alright, well, lead the way.
All right, I will.
How does Kevin dance?
Don't know. It's got super senses. I think I'll just try and copy other people.
Mm,
Not Flynt.
Do
Yeah.
I want to have you roll for this? Sure, let's do an unleash your powers, see how good you are at copying. And there aren't going to
Okay.
be dire consequences if you fail.
Fail.
Full hit.
That is a 12. So,
Get it, Kevin. Let's
Dang,
go.
Kevin, I didn't know you had such great moves.
as much as a big metal bug person is able to emulate human dance moves, you are soon enough, more eyes are on you than are on Flynt, and not in a bad way. It's and it's not just because, oh hey, there's the big metal bug guy. It's oh dang, he's got some moves, and so soon enough, there's a circle around you and Jade.
Wow.
Oh no,
It's
your
the
plan has
worst.
backfired.
Now I can't copy anyone.
I mean, it's big enough that like Flynt's still in there dancing, and a couple other people are doing it as well. But but yeah, people seem pleased with the dancing, and soon enough, as is the nature of these things, people cycle you out, so they go in and do the center of the dance routine. Yeah. And so soon enough, they announce that the dinner is served, and you all go and find your seats. And you would have done your orders ahead of time, as one RSVPs for these sorts of things. And coming from what you presume to be the kitchens, there are just a bunch of drones carrying plates out that just find your spot. Presumably RFID chips or something to let them know who's who and start setting them down.
Fancy.
Yep. And we're 100+ years in the future. Gotta be fancy somehow. But yeah.
Yeah.
You're all able to sit together if you so wish. Is there anything any of you wish to discuss over dinner thus far?
I'm pretty sure Flynt has tuckered himself out, and now he's digging in. Gotta refill the stocks.
So Jade, are you having fun?
Oh, yeah, I mean, this is great. And I don't just mean that, no one has suddenly displayed powers and ruined everything. This is a lot of fun. I'm glad I asked you, Kevin.
Yeah, it's been fun. Thanks.
Subrina tries to contain her excitement at that statement.
What about you all? Flint, do you need some more punch? You okay over there, buddy?
Yeah, probably a little dehydrated. Glug, 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 glug. But yeah, everyone's having a great time. And everyone's so great at dancing. It's a lot of fun. Like I said, 5th most important dance of the year.
I like to think that there are only 6 dances, and there's just one. You're like, nope, that dance
Yeah,
is
I can't
garbage.
stand.
The Sadie Hawkins? No.
Yeah, I can't stand the Sadie
No.
Hawkins dance.
We're well past
Get
those
outta here.
gender tropes.
If I want to
Alright.
ask someone to a dance, I should be able to ask anyone to the dance.
Yeah.
So, no more issues for you then?
I mean, yeah. I mean, no one seems to have displayed powers, and kind of glances around and singles out the cuff bracelet, as it were, and says, "This apparently I have some kind of powers, and these are suppressing them so that people don't freak out."
What? That's so cool. I think I like the bracelets.
I mean, I'll get ones that are better, but this was the best we could do on short notice.
Cool.
I'm almost certain that like Flint had like a mouthful of food, so that when Jade was like, "Yeah, apparently I have powers," he like tried to be like, "Yeah, we knew that, silly," and then like remembered that he was that they.
Chloe
was in
like
his alter
jabs him
ego.
in the ribs.
Yeah, he like spits out like, a little bit of food and like tries to. Sorry, goes and cleans himself up. And it's
Hey.
back on the dance floor.
Mhm.
Yeah. And so, dinner
There we
wraps
go.
up. There are more drones that come out and clean everything up. There's almost a fleet of Roombas that do the dual purpose of cleaning up the trash, but also it's almost sinister in the way that they herd everyone onto the dance floor.
All right,
But,
okay.
It certainly gets people back out and dancing. But as people are starting to move back out onto the dance floor, Kevin, you notice this first, given your previous experience. That
Okay.
There are some odd shadows moving amongst the assembled kids at the dance. You see someone move, and then there's like an after image of them in shadow, or you see, the shadows of someone going, like they have 2 shadows, one opposite of where the light source should be.
Okay, I think just telepathically to the group, just kind of something's going down. Keep your eyes on shadows. They're not right.
Chloe had like gone out for one more dance and then like got a little bit winded, so she's like sitting down. And she's gonna like peer across the room, basically just spend the rest of the dance trying to keep an eye out for these things.
And now that you are keyed into it, it's disconcerting how obvious they are, and more distressing that no one else seems to be reacting to them or noticing them. And you're not sure if it's just, they're having a good time with the dance, or if there's something else going on. But, you see people apparently dancing side by side with shadow figures and not reacting.
I'll point it out to Jade and see if Jade notices.
And as you do, Jade, focuses, and it seems to take them a little bit longer to realize it, but they're like, oh my God, it's what are those?
I don't know.
And as Jade says that, and as you do begin conferring, you hear again that kind of whispering voice in the back of your mind, and based on Jade's reaction, they hear it too. And you hear them saying, "What are those?" and you begin hearing like what seems to be echoed bits of conversation that other people are saying just from all around the room.
All
You
of
can't
them?
actually hear them, but it's things people would say at the dance. And yes, those of you paying attention to the shadows begin hearing these whispers that previously only Kevin has had experience with.
Sabrina immediately grabs Flint's arms and kind of gets a little closer to him as the sound is in her ears, like trying to see what it is.
Oh, it's not the slow dance part yet.
Did you hear that?
What?
Did you hear that?
He'll finally break out of party mode and start to pay attention. And if he starts to actually look for them, he'll see the shadows. He is full alert now. Wait, these are the shadows that I saw the other day, remember? But they're everywhere.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to cover me for a second. If this goes down, okay?
Oh, wait, what?
Not just yet. Thank you,
Okay.
though. You're very sweaty.
As you begin conferring with each other and starting to formulate a plan, you all start hearing whispers more, but this time each of you is going to hear something different. So, Kevin, what you hear is, the metal thing thinks it's a person. Is it, or is it a sham? Flynt, you hear, is it a good boy or a mongrel that needs to be put down?
I'll straight up punch a shadow.
Subrina, you hear, the little lost one, alone, and never finding her home. And Chloe, what you hear is, there is poison in your veins. It powers you, but it will destroy you. And Jade seems to also hear something based on, kind of clutching their ears and no. And after you all hear those things, the shadows seem to swell. And somehow people still don't really seem to notice them. But maybe that's because they're all suddenly frozen. And time seems to stop for the rest of you. Or rather for everyone else there. The music stops and it's just the 5 of you. Though Jade seems to be slowing down. And soon enough, they also kind of freeze in place. And swelling above the crowd is kind of just this monolithic shape of shadow, and emerging from the shadow are just these 2, they're anti-glowing, it's somehow blacker than the black of the shadows, but you can tell distinctly there are 2 shapes there, orbs, that you get the distinct sensation that they are looking at you. What do you all do?
So it seems to have time seems to have frozen around us.
Yep.
I think Flynt is immediately concerned about there being this thing here and people in here, so he's gonna go run and pull the fire alarm.
Okay.
Would not be GGK if we didn't pull a fire alarm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sabrina is going to duck down and then stand up as Corvid, fly up and try and gather the attention of this thing, because there are a lot of people around. Want to get him out.
Yep. So Flynt, you pull the fire alarm. It's harder to move than it should be, but with your strength, you're able to do it, and you kind of hear very distant and muffled the sound of a fire alarm starting to go, but it's also slowed down significantly from what it should be.
Doppler effect. It's
Yeah.
leaving us, kind of thing.
Yeah. Corvid, you fly up and you start glowing, as your powers do, but even the glow seems muted in the face of this oppressive darkness. But you do get the impression that the orbs are tracking your movement.
Should we?
Wants our attention. It has it.
What the hell are you?
If the answer were so simple, we would not be.
Do you intend to hurt these people?
They are but things. Things may break. Things may grow.
Right. Okay. Corbin's gonna go attack it.
Okay.
Well, actually, I think what Corbin's gonna try to do is to get this thing out of here.
Okay, so I do think we should probably engage with a powerful foe or enter battle against a dangerous foe as a team.
Uh-huh.
So let's add 2 teams to the pool, which should put you back at 6 now.
Back at 6, yep.
Who is the leader for this engagement?
You got this, Corvid.
Yeah, it sounds like Corvid's initiating, so.
All right. Does the leader have influence over every teammate?
I don't. Let me check. No, not over Chloe.
I forget about this every time.
That's all right. Just means you don't get an extra team. Does everyone have the same purpose in this fight?
I think Flint's most concerned about like getting people away from danger.
Yeah, protect the people would be a good.
I think that's the purpose of this. Yeah.
Same.
Okay, so add 1 more to the team.
Mm-hmm.
Does any team member mistrust the leader or the team?
No.
Nope.
So you're good. You don't need to remove any team. Is your team ill-prepared or off balance?
We are at the dance.
Probably.
Yeah. A little bit. I would say. I mean, I feel like Kevin and Subrina. This is old hat, so we're like, yeah, this is fine. It's just another thing. There's music at this thing too. Last time it was a concert. But yes, we are off. We are.
Yep. So let's remove a team. Though, as the leader, you can either mark a condition, or you can mark a condition to avoid removing a team from the pool.
I kind of want to.
It's up to you. It's the question of 5 versus 6 in the team pool.
I am going to mark angry.
Okay. So
That
you
makes
have
sense.
6 in the team pool, and Corvid is now angry. All right. So, Corvid, you were moving to attack
It's my
this
dance!
shadow thing.
Wanted to have a nice dance. Maybe do a slow dance with a person for the first time. I don't know. But here we are. I'm angry.
Alright.
I'm going to try to, I guess, engage this threat by shining my light, by using my helikinesis on it. Because it is a darkness creature. And maybe that'll help. Like flashbang it.
Maybe. So, sounds like this will be directly engage a threat. So please roll plus danger.
Danger. Okie dokie. That's an 8.
Okay. So, mixed success. So you can pick one, or you can spend 2 team from the pool to bump it up.
No, I'm okay with just doing that.
Okay. So resist or avoid their blows, take something from them, create an opportunity for your allies, impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
I think I'm gonna create an opportunity for my allies.
Okay. So as you are shining bright, you do your flashbang. certainly the parts where you are focusing your light on the shadow seems to dissipate. But what that seems to do is the shadows are gathering and coalescing, everywhere else and deepening where you're not shining, and some of them even come up around behind you and kind of bludgeon you. They're not able to fully get a grasp on you and pull you down, but you definitely take a few. You're gonna have some bruises. All right. Who does what else?
I think Flynt, with no regard for the nicely fit suit that he's wearing, is going to turn into his werewolf form and like shout out at this thing, "If you want to break stuff, come and get it!" And try and provoke him to fight me.
Okay. Sounds like you're trying to provoke someone. So please
And
roll plus superior.
when I
or-
provoke someone with obvious threats or shows of force, I can roll danger.
All right. So please roll plus danger.
Hello? Oh, sorry. That's also a mixed success.
Okay. So again, if you all want, you can spend team to bump that up to a 10, or you can stick with the mixed success.
Let's see what the actual.
So on a 10 plus, it would be their eyes to the bait and do what you want. On 7 to 9, they instead choose one of 3 options.
Could you guys add teams so that they come and fight me instead?
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh.
How do you assist the Silver Wolf in his provocation?
Well, I could use my giving him a advantage on the next.
Right, because you created an opportunity for your allies.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah.
So I'll say actually that counts as basically a +1 to his roll. So we only need 1 team to bump him up to a 10.
Yep.
But so someone else still needs to figure out a way to make use of that team.
Could I kind of like with the goo fight? I'm gonna try and, as he kind of like does the fight me and goes into the stance, I kind of want to try and send out like a little shock pulse from him.
Okay.
Make him look more intimidating.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, since this is like trying to show force and like that I'm a big scary target and he should fight me instead.
Yep. Okay. So you do that, and you again get that unsettling sensation of those orbs floating up, focusing on you, and you all hear it say, "It wants us to break it. We will give it a try." And the shadows just kind of surge, and you thought you were braced and ready for it, but it is just like being hit by a wave, but with more substance to it, despite it being apparently shadows. I will say, yeah, this is taking a big hit, so mark a condition, but the rest of you seem to, your choice of condition, but everyone else seems to notice the shadows are abating elsewhere as they kind of swarm over Flynt.
I'ma be angry.
All right, bunch of angry superheroes.
I fear for the health of this hotel. That's all I'm saying.
We'll see if it comes to that. Chrysalis or Hemlock, what do you do?
Chloe's gonna stand up and her costume comes back on top of her. She's gonna sort of approach this cloud and send some vines up into it and try to sense any sort of life force.
Okay.
And if there's anything in there, she's gonna.
All right. This sounds like an Unleash Your Powers roll. So roll plus freak, please.
Okay. That's a. It didn't even roll. Go. A miss with a 5.
Oof. So we can either I will remind you that on a miss is when you mark experience. But we could also add team to bring it up to a mixed success, or if you have a doomed thing, I forget exactly what you have. If you have anything that could help.
I don't think I do, but I'm willing to take the failure here. For like the narrative like beat of like can't find any life force in there.
Yeah, and sure enough, as you are sending out the vines, it seems entirely unperturbed as you send out these roots into what you thought would be its physical space. Some even going through the orbs, and it just kind of glances your way, but returns its attention to Flynt, who is still being battered by the shadows around.
Okay. I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
With my burns and flares,
Right.
which is normally a Nova thing, but I got it for
Yes.
it's now a doomed thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
It says when you charge up your powers and like roll and everything like that, would that all be considered one turn, or would that just be like when I'm doing power shit?
Yeah. I'm scrolling to the Novus playbook because this is a fancy thing they do. I think it's kind of like you could charge your powers and then do one flare on the same turn.
Gotcha.
At least that's how we'll rule it for now.
Okay. I'll worry about that next time I do something.
Yep. All right, Chrysalis, you got anything right now?
Seeing as how it seems to have like a limited amount of the shadow that we're displacing it and stuff.
Yep.
I'm gonna see if I can try and start like telekinetically pulling it towards like a center, like I want to form it into like a big sphere in the air if I can, away from Flynt.
Mm-hmm. I will say, given the nature of this entity, this is going to mostly be a directly engage a threat roll.
Okay.
So roll plus danger, please.
All right.
Well then, that is 12. So you get to pick 2 from the list.
All right. What's the list again here?
Resist or avoid their blows, take something from them, create an opportunity for your allies, impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
Okay. I'm going to resist their blows, and I'm going to take Flynt from them.
All right. So, yes, you are able to start telekinetically reaching out, and it's slow at first, but given your previous run-in with them in the alley, you kind of know what to look for this time. And you're slowly able to start just like scooping out bits of shadow off of Flynt. And the entity seems to notice you doing this and tries to send a few shadowy tendrils your way, but you're able to telekinetically, grab them and shove them aside before they get to you. And soon enough, Flynt, you find yourself free of the shadows, though fairly battered by them in the process.
Angie.
Yeah. All right. At this point, the shadowy thing is going to... You get, again, that sense that the orbs are kind of flicking over each of you. And you hear it begin to whisper, interesting, instructive, informative. We shall see you again. And just like that, the shadows begin to retreat of their own accord. And time sort of seems to speed back up.
And there's a fire alarm going and a werewolf sprinting out the door after some shadows.
Corbin's just hanging out in the air.
Yeah. And as everyone kind of comes to,
Hemlock's gonna like disappear into the crowd and then come back out as Chloe.
Yeah, and it's just people were, they went from being happy and dancing in an instant to, What's going on? Who pulled the fire alarm? And the chaperones are also jarred for a second, but soon enough we're like, okay, everyone out. We need to make sure that let's get out. Hopefully this is a false alarm, but let's go. And people are looking up at the glowing corvid, and some of them are snapping photos as they are being ushered out. Kevin Jade finds you and is like, are the shadows gone?
I think so.
Okay, let's get outside.
Is Flint able to chase the shadows at all, or is he kind of just on a wild shadow chase?
So you begin chasing them down some hallways. You kind of go out into the hallway, and things seem to be kind of frozen out there too. But as like the shadow flees down the hallway, you pass some hotel staff who were mid-step and then come back and react to, oh, there's the fire alarm, and oh, there's a werewolf. But you continue chasing it until the shadow flees outside and kind of just up into the night, where it's hard to tell it apart from the night sky.
Flint is going to howl in frustration. Ooh.
Yep. And as people begin to pile out of the dance and gather around outside and discuss things, Corvid, as you are kind of floating out above the crowds, you see another tall figure making their way kind of in through the crowds and waving at you, and with their they're tall, they've got blonde hair, rippling muscles. Corvid, hello. And you see Hector.
Is it Hector or is it the Golden Duke?
It's Hector. He's in his civilian uniform and has a ill-fitting tuxedo on.
Corvid gets really excited and flies over and hugs him.
Hello there. I was hoping to see Subrina, but Corvid is just fine. Are things okay?
Yeah, what are you doing? Or what are you doing here?
You said it was the spring fling, and so I got on the next flight back.
You came back for the dance for me?
Of course. I mean, I'm going to have to leave as soon as the dance is over. I've got a very strict training regimen to stick to, but...
Right. Okay. Yeah, there were shadows that attacked everyone.
Are you alright?
I think so. It was very unsettling.
Okay, well, let's make sure everyone's safe, and then, we'll go to the Paladins, and we'll figure this out.
Okay. Thanks for coming.
Of course. It, gives you a squeeze before, kind of...
Her thing lights up a little bit more as if she's blushing.
Yeah. And even though he is in his civilian attire, he does kind of start attempting to direct some people, and some people are like, Hector, you're back? And so soon enough, there are also people going to socialize with him. But,
I want to say that Chloe watches this exchange, probably not to their knowledge. She's just leaning against the wall with her arms crossed, with a bemused look on her face. And then she, her face falls a little bit and she just walks away.
And unless anyone has any other little moments to do tonight, I think that is going to wrap up our session. So, got to the spring fling. Springs were flinged. It was a pretty good dance until the weird shadow thing attacked, but no one seems to be hurt. And soon enough, the fire department shows up. There's the false alarm declared, and there's still enough time left. I was like, well, I mean, we paid for all this, so let's have everyone go back in and finish up the dance. And it's a little bit more subdued than it had been, but people still seem to enjoy the rest of their evening, and Sabrina, presumably you get time to transform back, and you and Hector get to have a dance.
She very much
Flint-
likes that.
Flint probably comes back in, but now he's grumpy, and also like he's back in his human form, so like all of his clothes are like kind of ripped.
And just
But
ruined.
he's just been getting more and more disheveled all night, so that's just classic Flint. But now he doesn't want to dance because he's angry.
Chloe sees that he's frustrated, and she says, "Hey, do you want to just ditch? We can go get ice cream."
Really like ice cream, but you can't have ice cream. Let's have froyo instead.
Okay.
And so they do.
And with the ice cream date in the books, that is where we are going to end our session for this evening. So, thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you to my players for being ready and jumping back into things despite our month away. Let's see, we've got some housekeeping things to take care of before we forget. So, start and end of session. At the end of every session, choose one. You grow closer to the team, explain who made you feel welcome, give influence that character, and clear a condition or mark potential. Grow into your own image of yourself. Explain how you see yourself and why. Shift one label up and another down, or grow away from the team. Explain why you feel detached. Take influence over you away from another character. Who would like to start if you know?
I feel like Sabrina always grows closer to the team.
I'll say Chloe grew away from the team.
Oh no, you just joined the team!
I know, but like, they're teenagers. This is it's not a serious matter. It's just she felt sad over somebody else being happy.
Yeah. Usual teenager stuff.
Exactly.
All right, so who are you taking influence away from?
I know that you said earlier that you didn't have influence over me, but it says here in my notes that you do.
I do, or you have influence over me?
I am influenced by all adults, Sabrina and Flynt.
Oh.
So I guess I'm taking influence away from Sabrina.
Yep.
This changes nothing.
All right. Who would like to go next?
I mean, it's a tough choice because, like, I guess they were still successful in the end, and Flint had a good time the entire time doing shenanigans with everybody.
Well, you don't have to necessarily, like, grow closer or grow away. You could have a clearer image of yourself.
Yeah, but I don't think he knows that either.
No, that is fair.
Flint is confused, but the fact that Chloe wanted to go out and have ice cream with him probably makes it lean further further towards grow closer to the team, which is ironic because Chloe feels further away. But
God, emotions are complicated.
God, being a kid is
How
hard.
dare they?
Being a kid is hard, and no one understands. And I think with that, I'll clear angry since Chloe calmed him down.
Oh. Oh, and since you already have influence over Flynt, you get to shift his labels one up, one down.
Oh, I'm gonna bring up his mundane because getting froyo is mundane, especially since he got froyo instead of ice cream.
Mhm.
Like, how much more mundane can you get?
So basic.
How dare you? Okay, what do you want to shift down?
What should I shift down? Am I allowed to know what your stats are?
Yes, yeah. That's why you all can see each other's sheets.
What's your superior?
Superior is 1.
1? Okay.
Everything's 1 except for danger and mundane.
I'm gonna shift your superior down.
Right.
Because this is a very down-to-earth thing to do.
Yeah. Dope.
Right.
I think
Who's
I'm gonna
next?
have Sabrina come grow more into herself.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's kind of taking more of a reader. She took more of a leadership role this time. Yeah.
All right. Very good. Which of your labels are you shifting?
I am going to shift. I'm gonna shift Freak down one, and you can only go up to 2, right?
+3 is the max.
Okay. I'm gonna up my danger.
Okay. All right, and Kevin.
Yeah. Also, whoops. Growing into image of myself.
Okay.
I think. And I think I'm gonna shift Savior up. Now that I'm getting kind of a handle on the telekinesis, I feel like I can defend people a little bit
Sure.
better. And I didn't feel like necessarily, I don't think Kevin felt like more of a freak than normal, but he definitely didn't feel mundane. So I'm going to shift my mundane down.
Okay. All right. So that's it for the Masks Mechanics housekeeping, but now on to Stars and Wishes. So as a reminder, because again, it has been a month since we played Stars and Wishes. Stars are something that you really liked about tonight's session. It can be something that a specific player did, or something that the group as a whole did. Something that stood out to you, and wishes are something that you want to see more of. Maybe it's something that happened, you want more of it, or it's something that hasn't happened yet that you want to see. Anyone got ideas?
I do.
Okay.
My star was seeing Kevin kind of actually play into like, oh, well, maybe I do like this person. Like, that's like being a little like coy about it. And, like, but I do love whenever David does like the, do you want to talk to them? And he just goes, nope, I'll be over here. Like, very high school boy, and I love it.
And what about your wish?
My wish. I wish. Training montage.
Okay. Noted.
My star was definitely watching Danae have fun as an angsty teenage superhero and like actually get to play the whole dress up as a superhero and be angsty. It was fun. But as far as wishes go, I think mine from last time still stands because Flynt was doing his best to to mingle this week. Someone give this good boy a smooch.
Oh.
We'll have to see when that comes about.
Yeah.
All right, David or Wings?
Full disclosure, it's not going to be Chloe.
I think my star was just the Subrina acting like Jade at school. That was hilarious. The ridiculous interactions of trying to be like, oh yes, we're going to the dance and all those.
Yeah.
It was just hilarious. And wish, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I wish for more. I wish for more of the bugs. I want to know. I want to know what's going on with all the bugs.
The bugs we haven't seen in several sessions.
Yes, it's It's a
It will
mystery
make an
that needs to be
appearance.
solved.
Yeah. All right. And yeah, because I don't think that Wings and Tyler have gotten to meet them in character yet. So that'll be something.
Who's that?
Just what seems to be a sentient swarm of bugs that they
I
have
see.
previously run into.
Okay. Intriguing.
Indeed.
I feel like it's an easy cop out. My star is just Flynt at any given moment. Him being a very good boy, because like, how dare that shadow say he isn't a good boy? Of course he's a good boy. I also liked seeing everybody get to dress up. That's fun. I know that like the stream only gets to see us from like shoulders up, but it is yes, very good. Ooh, yes, work it, darling. But sorry, there's something weird about like enunciating the words "work it, darling."
Go
Okay.
ahead and shake that.
Yeah, and dressing up is fun. Wishes. What do I wish for? I have no wishes. I'm eager to see what happens next. That's my wish. More games. We'll play again soon.
Yes, and we'll have a discussion of that offline. Try and make sure we're able to play this more regularly. I know our schedule has been kind of all over the place, but as we've said before, life happens, and we do our best to compensate. All right, let's see. For me, stars and wishes. I think my star is seeing how much everyone is trying to help Kevin get a date and turn the thing into an actual date and not just you're definitely going. It's just like the clearly the big bug guy to ward off anyone else. And then my wish. I mean, you all had such good wishes. Well, I will say I'm curious how you all react as I sort of begin the next arc after this and begin bringing in some of the higher level plot points and players you haven't gotten to see yet.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. What's going on? What is this? What is that? What's the
You'll have to
danger?
find out. Can it be like an anti-star when I realized that I was having the shadowy thing say, "What are those?" It's like I did not mean to do the meme,
That
but
I
it
was
still
like,
happened.
My
I
wish
changed my
is to
star
never
to
do
that.
that again.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is going to do it for us tonight. Does anyone have anything specific they would like to plug before we sign off? Okay, so
Keep coming back to this channel.
Yeah. And just a reminder, we've got a lot of stuff happening, but our schedule is also changing, so definitely keep an eye out on our socials so you know when we are doing stuff. The next time we are scheduled to go live is this Thursday, as it is now the Elegant Magic's time slot. It will be every Thursday, but it is also shifting to a 9 p.m. Eastern start time to accommodate schedule changes. So keep a lookout for that. Friday, Neon Souls is back, also 9 p.m. Eastern. Saturday is the Saturday Night's Apocalypse finale. That's going to be a 5 p.m. Eastern start time, so that's also changing its time. Just check our Twitter, check our Discord. We will tell you when things are happening. Sunday is Thursday's Children. Confusing name for the time slot, but that is still its normal time, so keep an eye out for that. And then we'll be back hopefully next week with some more Tabletop Tuesdays. But until then, good games and good night, Internet.